How do original languages influence Bible translations? Imagine trying to translate a song from one language to another. Some words might not have exact matches, and the rhythm or emotion can get lost. The same thing happens with the Bible. The original texts were written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. These languages have words and expressions that don't always have direct equivalents in modern languages. When translators work on the Bible, they have to decide how to best communicate those original meanings to today's readers. The Old Testament was mostly written in Hebrew, with some parts in Aramaic. Hebrew has poetic forms and idioms that can be tricky to translate. Greek, used for the New Testament, has its own style, with idioms and cultural references that might be unfamiliar now. Translators need to understand these original languages well to keep the message clear and true. They often have to choose between translating word for word or capturing the overall idea. For example, Hebrew poetry often uses parallel lines that express a spiritual truth in a poetic way. If translated literally, it might sound awkward or confusing. So, translators work hard to preserve the meaning and emotion behind those words. Throughout history, Bible translations have been shaped by these original languages. The Septuagint, a Greek translation of the Hebrew Scriptures, was made around the 3rd century before Christ for Greek-speaking Jews. Later, Jerome's Latin Vulgate, completed in the 4th century after Christ, translated Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic texts into Latin. This version became the standard Bible for Western Christianity for over 1,000 years. These translations show how understanding the original languages helped spread the Bible across different cultures and languages. When choosing a Bible translation today, it's helpful to know how closely it follows the original languages. Some versions aim for a literal translation, sticking closely to the original words and sentence structure. Others focus on making the text easier to read by using modern language. Both approaches have their benefits. A literal translation can give a more precise view of the original text, while a thought-for-thought translation can make the message clearer and more relatable. For older readers, a translation that balances accuracy with readability can make Scripture more approachable and meaningful. Understanding how the original languages influence Bible translations helps us see the care and effort that goes into making Scripture understandable today. It reminds us that behind every translation is a desire to faithfully communicate the truths found in the original texts. When we choose a Bible version, knowing this can help us pick one that best supports our journey of understanding Scripture and nurturing our faith in later years.